Hi Gemini, this is Star with Ariana. Start with your forecast for August 2025. It is the new month. Welcome to the channel. I'm also grateful for your support. Now do keep in mind Gemini, this is going to be a general reading. So for a personalized reading as well as for deck purchase, feel free to reach us at the email address given below. Let's just get down to your reading, Geminis. The overall energy from the Ideal Tarot is the Seven of Cups. Now, if you look closely at the depiction in this card, this dog or puppy is in a pensive state of mind. Possibly, you're going to be ruminating or deliberating on what you need to do with respect to professional matters or personal issues. I think there are certain restrictions that you need to maneuver. At times, you may feel that you're putting in more than 100%, but then you're not being paid commensurate to your effort. You could have discussions with your mother. Appreciation does motivate you. You also need to accept the changes. You also need to modify and make alterations. Sometimes, you could threaten to quit, but then Geminis, you know very well that you need to have something in your bag before you can do so. Let's just keep this aside for now. The final days of July stepping into August is the Strength card. Minor returns apart, I think this was a very fruitful period for you. You had made gains, possibly past dues had also come in, which was very surprising. I think you were in a position of strength. You also were dealing with government officials or people in authority who were supportive of you. Maybe while dealing with clients also you were very firm. You wanted more, or you wanted to be paid handsomely, but they were feeling that you are letting go of opportunities. You were someone who was willing to play the waiting game when it came to opportunities, yet like I said, there were gains there. In relationships also your focus was yourself. Maybe you were prioritizing yourself. Possibly some of you may have felt that the person you were dealing with is a player. So letting go could have been your biggest strength at that time. Obstacles to overcome this month or the challenges, I do have the Six of Pentacles. So like I said, money could be something which is going to be an issue with many Geminis. You are going to feel that money is flowing out. This is in the challenge position, so you have to look closely at your finances. There are also certain limitations and restrictions that your family imposes on you, so you have to deal with them as well. Maybe you need to focus at work, because with this card in the obstacle position, it could also imply that some of you could be asked to resign or put in your papers, or some of you could be forced to quit. So don't give anybody any reason to complain. Some of you also want to get backers or patrons for your creative ideas, but then you could be crestfallen as a preview of your work could be thrashed by a prospective patron. Perhaps you need to work on enhancing your skills. Incidentally, those of you who are working also, maybe the administrator could also use you as a mold to understand what's going on within the work environment. Influences for this month, I do have the Empress card. Despite it all, your personal magnetism is going to be at its peak. You're going to be someone who is very alluring and charming. Estranged people could also want to reconnect with you. There is going to be deepening of friendships this month. Social events are also going to be lined up. You could have good communication with members of the opposite sex. They do find you very bewitching and beguiling. You also need to cooperate. You also need to be open to work that you have never attempted. Maybe there's an offer with respect to a side hustle. So this is something which you need to look into rather than let go of opportunities. Other than that, Geminis, networking is going to be the key. Maybe you shouldn't be too set in your ways while dealing with your juniors. The first 10 days of the month, I do have the Nine of Swords. Now this lady, she seems to be distressed. Maybe there are people who are going to give you a bad name with those swords hanging behind her or overhead. Possibly you're also going to be stressed out because of the work environment. Colleagues may be absent, or you have to step up and take responsibility. Yet you're going to make quick progress. You're also someone who is going to use your alert mind to make headway. You will work late into the night, or you will get up early and do the needful. I think you can take heart from the fact that you're going to do very well when it comes to achieving your target, but safeguard your health. You also need to do some aura cleansing. You also need to get sufficient rest, because lack of sleep could also mean that you're feeling tired and exhausted. The next 10 days, that is 11th to 20th August, is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is a very slow moving energy. You want the status quo to be maintained. You don't like anybody upsetting you or changing too many things around you. But the Knight of Pentacles is also someone who is going to react if he is pushed to a corner. If someone provokes you, you're going to give it back. You're not going to sit pretty on that horse. There's going to be scrutiny on the work front. Maybe your boss is also going to hold meetings with clients and patrons wanting feedback with respect to your progress, but then you're also going to be clever enough to start meetings ahead of schedule. This isn't going to go down well with the boss, but you do want things to stay the same. You don't like too much scrutiny. Incidentally, I'm also picking up that your boss could also want to hire someone whom she is well acquainted with, and this person could turn out to be a mole of salt. That is why you're going to pour water on your boss's plans in an ingenious way and get what you desire. There could be some upsetting piece of news also, Geminis, or also feel that you need to pay attention to the messages and signs from the universe. The final days of the month, that is 21st to 31st August, is the Moon card. This is talking about confusion, chaos, some kind of muddle. We did start this reading with the Seven of Cups, where you are contemplating on your course of action, whether personally or professionally, and with the Moon card, the same cycle or the same messages being conveyed. Possibly you may feel as though you're stuck in a rut, but you're also very creative and imaginative at this time, Gemini. So focus on your creative abilities. There could be offers. Maybe you don't want to collaborate with someone who you believe is unprofessional. Besides, you could end up getting all the negative feedback or flack from clients, though the fault could lie with this person who is suggesting a work offer. That is why I think you need to be smart enough to tactfully sidestep such issues. With this card also, some kind of movement or travel could be on the cards. Maybe you feel that in life you're back to square one. Pay attention to your gut feeling. Pay attention to the dreams, which are going to be very vivid at this time. Maybe someone is also going to help you make decisions. Perhaps you feel that money is very little and your expenses continue to mount. That is also going to be something which is going to bother you. Like the waxing and waning moon, I think your temperament is going to be suspect. So be prepared for those mood swings. Bird from Lenormand's does talk about communication. Maybe there is also going to be the need for you to verbalize your opinions. Gossip could also swirl around you. Networking is the key if you want new opportunities this month, Geminis, and you are someone who has the gift of the gab, so you can very well take advantage of that. I do have the card thoughts from the Kipper deck. Maybe you're in deep thought with respect to a relationship, because this person could be thinking about the woman in his life, or it could be vice versa. So likewise, I think, Geminis, you've got something to chew about, you've got something to ponder over, and you have to decide on the same, even if it's confusing. With respect to your love life, I do have the card Hidden Weight Between the Lines. Possibly some Geminis, you could be a bit distressed over your relationship. Maybe your person feels you're very persuasive. Maybe that is why the Nine of Swords, you feel that you're making the effort to connect with someone, but this person is ignoring your advances. Maybe you should let the universe do the needful, because divine timing is also at work in your life. Incidentally, with the Empress card, there could be a deepening of friendship with someone from the opposite sex. Maybe conversations are going to be so free flowing that you think that this is a connection which needs to ascend to a higher level of commitment. This could be a friend who has made it clear in the past as well. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Like I said, engagement is possible, or you're thinking along those lines. Limitations, impediments, roadblocks, outside influences could also affect your relationship. Maybe you're also wondering that your dissimilar social backgrounds, religious backgrounds, or even your family members, your friends and acquaintances could frown upon this relationship. Maybe in case yours is a one-sided romance, I think you want to reach out, but then your loved ones could feel that you're being too persuasive, so you need to draw the line somewhere. That is why you're going to be confused, perplexed with respect to a connection. Maybe you feel that you had your chances with the opposite sex, but you didn't take them, so there's no point crying over spilled milk. You're also being asked to focus on self-worth rather than wallow in self-pity. Self-worth gives us the confidence to move forward in life. Maybe you should ignore people who are basically interested in a physical connection with you this month. You also need to understand if the relationship is not working out, then maybe you should also back off, because if it's meant to be, everything aligns beautifully. The last card or the final message in this reading is step by step. So take it one step at a time. Don't rush when it comes to work or when it comes to your personal life. Slow and steady wins the race. At least you're going to make progress, because little progress is some progress, besides you're in the right direction. Slow and steady wins the race, as the saying goes. So don't be hasty when it comes to decision making. Don't resort to loose talk, especially with respect to work, even if you feel that you're not being paid handsomely or that you're being denied your due or that you're more deserving. I think you need to bide your time, because the universe will certainly reward you in the future. I hope Geminis you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye till the next time.